lets you put your last photo taken directly into applications such as, say, Messages and any other application you may want to use your photos. And let me show you how this works. If we open up the Messages app, the last photo that I have taken, let me take these out of here and get started over. The last photo that I took was just a picture of the printer here on the floor, but I'm going to try to do this live so you know that it's actually working in real time. Let's open the camera app, and now I'm going to turn it back around here, and I'm going to take a photo of the printer on the floor here. And now I'm going to open iMessage, and let's just say for kicks, I wanted to stick that in the messages to somebody. There I've got use last photo taken. You see that's a new option added here. Select that and it will automatically stick in that last photo taken, and that's a picture of my printer sitting in the floor beside the printer here, and I can send it on its way. That's a whole lot faster than going in and selecting choose existing, or actually taking a photo and choosing camera and then choosing it from the camera roll, and you get the idea. We'll be looking at a tweak called Passwordless, and you can get this in the ModMy repo for free, so you can grab it. It won't cost you anything. And what it does is it adds a little toggle on your lock screen up at the top left corner, so you can enable the do not disturb feature. And you can see right now in my status bar the little moon is not visible because the do not disturb has not been activated, and I can show you that by opening settings. You see here do not disturb, the toggle is in the off position. So if we go back out to the lock position, and up at the top left side of see the little toggle up here coming out with the little moon in it. If I flip that over there, I get the moon in the status bar. That tells me that the do not disturb has been enabled. And you can see if you go back into settings, it is in the on position. Okay, if you come back out of settings and let's toggle it back off, simply by doing the same thing, the little moon goes away, open settings, you can see that the do not disturb is turned off. So it is free, guys. Now, and this is available in ModMy for free, so you can check it out and it won't cost you anything. What this does is it allows you to use activators to open any of your favorite address that you want to. You can only do it with one address at a time, however. And you see here in the URL section I have typed in www.iPhonecaptain.com, and you don't need to put the HTTP on there or it won't work. So keep that in mind. Only use your www to add that with your address. And up here you got your activation methods, and you can select anything you want in here. I have chosen to swipe the status bar to the right to open iPhone Captain. You see right here I've got it checked off. So let's go in here, and the advanced thing here, if you want to use Chrome, you need to turn that on. However, I'm going to be using Safari. So we open Safari up and go in here. I'm sorry, we're not going to open Safari right now. We're going to close that up. Now I'm going to swipe the status bar to the right, and it will automatically open up iPhonecaptain.com. And if I want to change that address, all I got to do is go into settings, change that URL to anything you want it to be. You can make the activator. We can simply just hold our finger down on the globe, and you see now we have a keyboard that's actually added into that called Quick Photo. We scroll up to Quick Photo. Now all of our photos are right here at our disposal simply by just scrolling through the different albums that we have installed. But you also have Instagram here, and you can do videos too. That is my photo stream, logo. Those are just some albums that I have created personally, and simply to insert a picture, all you do is just tap it and bam. First one I want to share with you is called Quick Shoot, and I did a full review on this if you want to check it out. All it is it allows you to double tap the camera button twice to take a photo. As you can see back there, we have a keyboard behind us, so if we open our camera roll, you see my last photo down here is nothing about a keyboard. So let's go ahead and double tap. Sorry about that. You hit it's a little finicky sometimes. Okay, there it was. I guess you heard it. And why it's giving me all this trouble, I couldn't tell you. It's popping open so quick. But now you see when I double tap the key, anyway, when I double tap, you see there's the keyboard, and it takes a photo of that. Back there, you don't have to open up the app. It's called Quick Shoot, and it works fairly well. Another one that I use is called SMS Remind. This just came out, like it ain't really out yet. This is a GitHub. I'll have the link below. I also have a review on this. What this one does is it reminds you in like 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes that you need to. Let me see if I've got anything sensitive up here. Some jokers got my password the other day and messed me up on here, so now I have to be real careful. If I hold that down, it'll pop up and I'll get the word remind. I'm just having a terrible time today, looks like. Okay, there's remind. Now if I type that, you can see I can set up a reminder. If I set it for 1 minute, it'll go ahead and put it in my notifications as a reminder. You see right here I've got remind Mitch to text the Galaxy in 1 minute. Alright, so if I open that up, you see right here it is, text Mitch Galaxy in 1 minute, and we can turn it on or turn it off. But I'm going to leave it on so you guys can see how it looks on here. Pretty cool tweak. I hope they customize the time myself to where we can put in what we want instead of what they have there. Another one is called Type Status. Now this is a pretty cool app. I have been having a little trouble getting it to work today. Let's see what it's doing right now. If you'll look up in the status bar when I start typing, you'll see that it pops up a little. Okay, you see that little bubble pop up? And there's our reminder coming up, and I'm just going to hit close. The little bubble up there, okay, you watch it come up and go away. There it come up. Now watch it pop up. Now this photo and the other person is typing, that's another tweak. Don't pay attention to it. All type status is going to get you that little bubble up there when the other party starts typing their message in iMessage. Now all this down here you see is coming from Look Who's Typing Now, and I have a full review on it also. But that's an awesome tweak. Both of those are really, but Look Who's Typing Now is really great, and I'll have a video on it too. Camera with a K. It puts your front and rear cameras in your notifications. See right here I have front camera, rear camera. If I tap rear, it pops open my camera app and I'm ready to take a picture with the rear camera. If I tap the front camera, it opens up the front camera and I'm ready to take a picture. So that too is a very awesome tweak. Alright, here's another one. As you notice, my phone is probably a little more springier than yours. That's coming from Hook's Law. This is free as well. However, when you type it in, you better put the % sign in the front or you won't be able to pull it up. You see it right up here, % sign, Hook's Law, that's how you spell it. And I would take a screenshot of this page, because when you change these numbers, it's going to change everything about the way your phone opens apps, the way it closes apps, all that kind of stuff. So you can fiddle around with it and get it to be like you want it. Another one is called low power banners. You know, when we get like to 20%, I think we get a pop-up from our phone telling us that our phone only has 20%. Well, this tweak lets us put in the banners when we want them. We can change the triggers altogether, and we can put in banners at 10% when we plug it in, at 10%, 20%, and you can change it to 1% if you want to. That's up to you. Lockdown light. That's something that just came available in the last couple days on the iPad, and I'm going to show you it before I go. And what lockdown light does is, you see right there on the screen how it popped up, that block. Okay, without lockdown light, that wouldn't be possible. Okay, now I have to type in my password, and when I do, it takes me right into the app. So if I go in here to lockdown light, this is the light version. There's a pro version too. You have to enter your password, and I got mine set to just 4 ones, and I enter that. Now I can go in here and change anything I want to. Here is the apps that I've got locked down. You can see if you can delete any of those you want to from here, or you can add more to it from here. All applications, it builds a list of everything on your device, and you just tap on the ones that you want to add a password for. The way it functions. First up is called Open SSH, and what Open SSH does, it allows you to look at what's on your device when you connect it to USB to your computer, and use like iPhone Box or iExplorer or some type of software like that. This just allows you to be able to delete and move things around or add things, just whatever you need to do. It's basically allows you to root your device. It's just a type of rooting, if you will. Next is Password Pilot, and what this is a way to install applications in the App Store without having to type your password every time, and that gets pretty monotonous if you're downloading a lot of applications or doing something in there like this. Watch this. Okay, once I tap the install button, it automatically pops up my Apple ID, and it already has it installed. You don't have to tap it but one time under the settings. You set that up under the settings menu. Another tweak you want to check out is called Reset All Killer. And what Reset All Killer does is it takes away the reset button. It blurs it out so you can't accidentally tap it. And let me see if I can find it here. Go all the way down to reset, and you can see right here reset all settings is blurred out, as well as erase all content and settings. Sorry about bumping the camera. But if you try to reset a jailbroken device, it will go into a loop, so this will prevent you from getting that loop simply by deleting that feature, not deleting it, but keeping you from hitting it accidentally on your device. Another awesome tweak is called SB settings, and there's a lot of different themes you can get for SB settings, but when you install it, here's what it'll look like. You can download different toggles to add to it. This is a fast, easy way to respring, reboot, refresh, turn SSH on and off, Bluetooth, brightness, just you name it. If you want to do it with your device, you can do it in here. And it's also under IntelliScreen X up at the top. You can see that little line of stuff up there. That's SB settings too. So it has its own SB settings feature. Another awesome tweak is called Software Update Killer. Now what this does is it prevents you from trying to update your software from the device, and you need to always update your software from iTunes. That way you don't get any problems when you try to jailbreak or update your software. And once you install this tweak, and you see once you come in here to software update, it just sits there and spins and it never comes available. So that's sort of like reset all killer in a sense. Next is called substrate safe mode, and what this does is if you install a tweak that causes your device to go into a infinite loop, or you can't get something working right to where you can't get back to reboot or respring or whatever, this will allow you to put your device in safe mode simply by holding down the volume button. As it boots up, it will automatically put it in safe mode, and that way you can go ahead then and go into Cydia and remove whatever tweak is causing you the problem. So check it out. I have a video that shows you how to use it. I'll put a link to it in the description and an annotation in this video as well. Another one is called swipe selection, and swipe selection is a great way to move your cursor around. Okay, now all I have to do to move my cursor around is just swipe my finger along my keyboard. You can see my cursor moving, and I can position it anywhere I want it, and it's a lot easier to position it this way rather than trying to hold your finger down and get the bubble and position it where you want it. It seems like it's always bouncing too far to the left or to the right. This way you can get it precisely exactly where you want it. Swipe selection. Next is called Wii Flashlight. Wii Flashlight is just it's a tweak in the notification center right here, and what it does is it allows you to turn your flash on and off simply by just tapping this, and you can use it for a flashlight during the night if you need to get into to put the keys in the door, or you lose your keys in your purse or anything like that for the ladies. And it's very easy to turn it on and off, and that's especially for some of those that don't have IntelliScreen X. However, if you have IntelliScreen X, then you know that you have an option up here in your little row of toggles at the top. It's got light on it. You can just tap that and it'll bring it up. Another one is called Zeppelin, and you see this little Superman here in the top corner of my status bar. What that is, you can download several different themes if you want to, but Zeppelin is really easy to use, and it's installed here at the bottom. So right here you see once you install it, you get several themes, but you can go into Cydia and download as many themes that you could ever want with anything imaginable. But I did go in and download the Star Wars. I got R2-D2, C3PO, and a couple others. Stormtrooper I think was already installed, but this is pretty cool, guys. I recommend Zeppelin. Like I said, it's pretty awesome. And if you notice, while we've been doing this video, my Springboard seems to be popping a little bit more than normal, a little bit more springier than yours maybe. This is called Hooke's Law, and it starts with a percent sign, so keep that in mind when you're trying to find it. And let me show you what it looks like. Let's go to settings, and we'll go to the bottom. Right down here at the bottom, right here is Hooke's Law. Now what Hooke's Law does, it just simply changes your animation up a little bit, and inside Hooke's Law you can you got a couple, few set, well more than a couple, 5 different settings you can change, and it makes it move faster and pop more. So what I would do is I would screenshot this, because if you get these off, they're going to be hard to figure them out. That way if you screenshot them you won't be able to screw it up too bad. You can always go back to the original. And last but not least is one called, everybody's used, is Winterboard. And I just wanted to throw it in there just maybe for somebody that might be new that didn't know anything about jailbreaking at all. This is where you add your themes, and you can see in here I have several themes installed, not several, but I got Pages, and I also have Icon, and I don't have them activated or checked off, so they're not going to be changing anything on the Springboard currently. But I have a video on both of those if you want to check them out. I'll try to remember